Okay, so when powering on the computer, the button is obviously right over here. I usually check over here. It's a little finicky until I see the green light goes on, and I know the computer is on. And then I simultaneously come over to the mixer, and right back here, I flick that on, and that light goes on. And that is how we power on. Okay, after I've turned on the computer and turned on the soundboard, as we see, I have labeled 1, 2, 5, and 6, right? Mic 1, left side, mic 2, right side, mic 5, 6 is the center mic. Okay, so let's just say all mics are going to be on, right? Everything stays down. We're going to turn on the channel for 1, turn on the channel for 2. I'm going to turn on the channel for 5, 6. I'm going to turn on the all, and I'm going to turn on the stereo all, right? Most importantly, that we have the two alls lit up. The only two dials that are going to go up and down, right, is the stereo out, which I'm going to put up to 0. And then I'm most likely, this is the one I'm going to play around with. Remember, 1, 2, 5, and 6 are all going to stay down. But the all, which is going through the compressor, I'm going to start it out around 0. And that's where I'm going to do my sound check. When you're live with 3 mics, this is how it should look like, right? This one stays up. This one right here, the one that that's 7, 8, that's going to go up and down, right? Depending if you're speaking or not. 1, 2, 5, and 6 all stay down because they're all going through the 7, 8 channel, right? That's what it should look like, more or less, when you are going live. Okay, so once the computer is on and we are signed in and the board is on and everything is set, then all we need to do here is and I've simplified this, as you see, I've cleaned up the screen. So everything is down here on the taskbar. The first thing I open up is iTunes. So it's recognized by our broadcaster. So you open up iTunes. Sometimes it asks you if you want to update it. Just say no. Make sure that turns on. And this is, everyone knows here how to search for music, right? Once iTunes is open, then I'm going to open up the broadcaster. It's right next to iTunes. It's that little red kind of, a pentagonish type figure, right? I'm going to open up the broadcaster. Now, as long as you turned on the microphones already, then this whole mic system here will be there. If you see this is not there, that means you forgot to turn on the sound console, and then you got to turn everything off. Or shut down all these programs and then turn that on and do it all over again. All right, so once you're on, since we go on and off, we take ourselves up and down with the 7/8 channel. You could just turn that on right there. Everyone do their sound check. Remember, until you hit connect, you are not broadcasting live, right? So everyone should be ready to go. And just remember, once you hit connect, not only are you live 1 second later, but all the sound on the computer will also be broadcasted live, right? That's why we bring ourselves up and down with the 7/8 channel, and all the music that will be played on iTunes, will be played. And just remember that, if you're ever playing a song, right, on iTunes, right? And, when you get to the end of that song here, very end, if you go over here and there's other songs up next, it's just going to go right into those songs. So you can either clear those out so you don't have to worry about that, or just have a song ready or be ready to hit pause at the end of your song. All right. So iTunes is your music. This is your broadcaster. Remember, when you press connect, then you are live. You will automatically interrupt whatever is being played. And then you cannot forget to hit disconnect. Here, I'm going to go live for 1 second here. It says connecting. All right, here we go. Hello, everybody. You are listening to Mr. Frank live on sleepyhollowradio.com, doing a little demonstration. And when I'm finished, thank you for listening, everybody. We're going back to our radio show. Here we go. We hit disconnect. All right. And then it automatically will go back to whatever was playing before. So I really think that's all you need to worry about for now. Also, remember that once you're live, what you could type whatever you want it to say on the players that people are listening to. So if it's the huddle, you can say the huddle live, right? And then you hit send, and that's just going to appear on everybody's players who's listening in to the show. All right. I think that those are the basics. I think you all mostly know what to do. And just don't forget, once you disconnect, make sure, double check that you have disconnected. Then you could close the broadcaster. You can close the iTunes and make sure that, all the buttons that you turned on are turned off before you leave the studio, right? All the channels you turned on, turn them off, bring down all the channels, and then you should be good. All right, everybody. I hope that does it. If you have any questions, just send them and post them on Google Classroom, and I should be able to answer them. I wanted to add one little thing here at the end. Right now, there's only one screen that's on. If you want to add the other screen, you hit the Windows button and the P. But notice that the screen on the left is the second screen. So you got to remember that. The main screen on the left here is the second screen as opposed to being the PC screen. We have it backwards for some complicated reason. But anyway, this is the second screen. So if you want to have both screens on, just go to duplicate and both screens will come on. But just don't forget, when you finish and you want to go back to one screen on the left side, you're going to go back to second screen. All right. Little add on there.